Ah, the Victorian era. A time of frilly dresses, top hats, and some truly wacky traditions by the ruling class. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and examine some of the more humorous, if not downright absurd, moments from that time, and see if any parallels can be drawn to our modern world. First on the list, the craze for seances. That's right. In the late 19th century, holding seances and attempting to communicate with the dead was all the rage. Even Queen Victoria was a believer, and she regularly consulted with a medium to communicate with her deceased husband, Prince Albert. Next up, fashion. Oh, the fashion. The Victorian era was known for its restrictive, often uncomfortable clothing, with women squeezing themselves into corsets and men donning stiff collars and top hats. But it wasn't just the style that was bizarre, it was also the etiquette. For example, it was considered scandalous for a woman to show her ankle in public. Finally, let's talk about the bizarre hobbies of the Victorian era's elite. For example, did you know that King Edward VII, who was known for his impressive mustache, was an avid stamp collector? And that Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, was obsessed with creating model forts and armies? So there you have it, a brief trip through some of the more amusing aspects of the Victorian era. While we may not be holding seances or wearing corsets anymore, it's clear that many of the peculiarities of that time are still with us today. Who knows what bizarre customs and trends we'll be looking back on with amusement in another 100 years?